Hello there, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Press, brought to you by me, the Comic Doctor, your friendly neighborhood comic book presser located way up here in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And yeah, this is the show where I kind of show off some of the books I'm working on week after week, and I've taken a few books aside today to share with you. I hope you're going to like that. Guys, if you like comic books, if you like comic book art, if you like talking about comic books and all things comic books, and you're in the right place, I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and of course, leaving comments in the comment section below, because by doing so, you automatically enter yourself into draws to win fabulous, amazing prizes when I hit those momentous occasions, like when I hit 1,500 subscribers, for example, which is coming up sooner rather than later, I hope. Okay, guys, again, welcome to What's in the Press. Yes, look at me. Look at me. This is what happens when COVID hits and I cannot go to my barber for my bi-weekly beard cleanups. It's a nice thick beard, but unfortunately I'm looking pretty scraggly. So you know what? You may see the Comic Doctor without his trademark beard pretty soon, because I'm getting kind of fed up with it. I might do some grooming myself, but we will see. But I'm sure you didn't come here to hear me talk about my beard and grooming my beard. You came here to see which comics are going to be in the press this week. Well, here are a few. The first order comes to us from Brad out of Frankfurt, Ontario. And we got quite a few books here from Brad. Let me just get this organized like so. All right, so first off, the mic out of the way. First off, Brad has a nice copy of ASM 317, newsstand edition right there. He also has a nice copy of Batman 423, and I believe it's also a Canadian variant, I believe it is. Nice copy nonetheless. He also has a copy of The Vengeance of Bane, a book that's starting to kind of rise in popularity. Amazing Spider-Man 365. I guess the official first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. Wolverine number 8, Mr. Fix-It. There you go. Put my mic up a little bit more. There we are. Okay. Second print copy of Amazing Spider-Man 361. I don't see quite as many of these, do we? We see the normal first print, but the second print we don't see too often, and there's one right there, and it's a nice example of one. A Young Avengers number 1. Spider-Man Niagara Falls variant. Niagara Falls Comic-Con variant. I'm not sure when that was released, but there it is. This is pretty cool. Bizarre Adventures number 34. Great cover on that one. Almost like a creep show cover. That's kind of neat. Nice copy of Star Wars 42 with Boba Fett in the cover. And I haven't watched Boba Fett yet today. I'm dreading it. I won't get into those. Won't talk about that just yet. I'll talk about Boba Fett in a separate video one day. Well, maybe when the whole show is over, we'll talk about it. Here's a reprint of Journey to Mystery, number 83. I think this might be a reprint from a toy. I think. I could be wrong, but that black cover makes me think it came from like a Marvel Legends or something like that. Am I right? Maybe you can tell me. Is this from Marvel Legends? I don't know. Here's another one. Tomb of Dracula 10. Same deal. Reprint. And because it's not for resale, again, I believe these came out of the Marvel Legends toys. Here is a copy of The Hood, number 1, right there. Avengers 196. That's a nice copy, not a bad copy. Been seeing this a lot lately, a Marvel Team Up 141, and that is, I believe, the Canadian price variant. I believe, or maybe it's just a newsstand. I always get confused, man. I always get confused between those things. Anyways, either a newsstand, which you can see there, although there's one price on there, and I think that means it's a Canadian price variant, unless, well, I could be wrong. And our thumbnail today was of Hulk 182, and there it is right there. Nice copy of the third appearance of Wolverine. And then a book that's been starting to really pop up in value, Moon Knight number 1. Check out that trailer that dropped yesterday. It was pretty sick. What'd you think of the trailer? I think it looks pretty good, but man, I hope they don't get my hopes up and let me down. because Disney Plus and Disney as a whole has been doing that quite regularly. But anyways, Moon at number 1, pretty hot book. Pretty hot book right now. So there you go. Thanks, Brad. And Brad has a few other books in that order too, but those are that's the brunt of it right there. Moving right along, we're going to go off to David's order, and David comes to us from Toronto. Right here. Okay. We got some more modern goodies here. Wolverine miniseries. Whoops. Number 4. Another copy of Marvel Team Up 141. This is a direct copy. And again, the other one had a barcode down there and only had one price. Actually, you know what? I think that one I showed you was just a newsstand edition, because this one has the Canadian price of 75 cents. So that one could not have been a Canadian price variant, but rather just a newsstand copy. All right, we also have a copy of Spider-Man 252. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8. Oops, right there. And we're going to keep going with that mini-series, the Wolverine number 3. Number 1. And a number 2. So a full set of the Wolverine miniseries. There we go, right there. Also, a nice copy of, and a pretty ratty old bag of Fantastic Four 52 with the first appearance of the Black Panther. Another ratty bag, but you know what? The comic, I think, looks pretty good in there. Amazing Spider-Man 300. And finally, a copy of New Mutants 98 with the first appearance of Deadpool, and again, a direct copy. Now, these orders, these 3 orders I'm showing you today, somehow I bypassed them. That happens, guys. It happens. I bypassed them. These should have been done about 3 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. So anyways, apologies to the guys for that, but I'm getting to them now. And finally, today I'm going to show you an order from Arnold out of Toronto as well. Yes, I believe it's out of Toronto also, with some different books. We have Alita Battle Angel. Some pretty modern, cool looking modern books here. That's issue number 3, I would assume. Yeah. And then number 4 in pure anime style. Number 1 and 2. Lots of Alita books here, guys. Number 3. And number 5. Get my fingers out of the way. Number 6. So obviously a huge Alita Battle Angel fan. And these are all going to be looked at. Number 7. These are books we don't see very often. You know, these are the run-of-the-mill Marvel books that we tend to see week after week after week after week, right? And finally, number 8 and 9, Alita Battle Angel. There you go. All right. And those, again, are from Arnold. Thank you, Arnold, for your submission. So, guys, the big snowstorm hit Southern Ontario on, was it Sunday to Monday? And I have close to 200 books heading down to CGC right now. Well, not right now. They're waiting to go. I just have to finalize it and then ship them off. So I got a lot of books heading down there as we speak. I tried to get as many invoices done before the price hike. I did as many as I could, but I couldn't spend 2 days doing data entry, unfortunately. So I got a few done. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But anyways, yeah. Also, in terms of the shop, it's coming along really well. I believe I was there today. I checked out the new office, the new digs. I'll be sure to show you guys a tour of the shop once it is moved into. And I think I'll probably be getting in there within the next week or so. It looks almost done to me. Just a couple little things I got to still do. Yeah, I'll move in there and show that off. And once that shop opens back up again, I'll be meeting people again on Saturday mornings between 11 and 1. If you want to drop off books in person or pick up books in person, you're more than welcome to come, or just drop in and say hello as well. That's cool. Now, I'm not going to have a heck of a lot of books for sale there at the shop. Again, that's not my priority at this moment. My priority is getting the pressing up and going well. I worked again with Charlo today for about 4 hours. Working with him again tomorrow for several hours. It's coming together well. It works really nice. I mean, he does the books. I come in, I inspect. Some are okay, some are not, and we have to tweak them together. And then I show him how I would finish the book off to make sure you've pushed it as far as you can. And it's been going quite well. Anyway, let's see who's here. There's 26 of you guys here right now. If you haven't done so already, guys, please hit the like button and what have you. It does help with my analytics, which you hear me say all the time. Let me see where my chat window is. There it is. Let's see who is here today, and I'll give you guys a fond hello. All right, let's see. So Luke's in the house. How you doing, Luke? And James is here. Thanks for dropping by, James, and thanks for coming on Monday to Shelby's channel and hanging out with us. Ikichi is here. Looking forward to another great video from Kevin. Thank you, Ikichi. I do my best. Nick Parker's here as well. Hey there. I hope all's going well. Yes, it is. Hello, James is here as well from Toronto and from New Mexico, of course. Marty's here. How you doing, Mart? And Nicholas Parker's here. Hope your tardiness is due to more I wasn't tardy. I think I was on time today. I was on time. I was on time. I was not tardy. Jeff. Hi, all. Tudor M. Woo. Comic Doctor. How you doing, Tudor? It's Jeff. Hey, Jeff. How's it going? David Ross is here, too. Good evening to all. Jeff, question for the group. Do you have your collection insured? Hello, Tudor. That's a good question. If anybody, whoever's in the house right now, do you have your collection insured? Let us know with I do, and let Tudor know, because I'm curious as well. Or let Jeffrey know, sorry. Jamie, first live chat I caught in forever. Hello, Jamie. How are you? Good to see you. Dave Tanner is here, hoping some of my books come up soon. Me too, Dave. Me too. Prince Zodiac is in the house. How you doing? Hey, Doc. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Prince Zodiac. Take it off. Take it all off. That would be a very scary thing, David. Frank, how you doing? It's a gnarly beard. It looks good. No, it's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much. It's going to go soon. It's going to go soon. Marty says, what tells you it's a second or third print? Of the 361, it's the silver cover. The cover, the white area is now silver. You're talking about ASM 361. The first prints are what you have come, used to seeing, what you're used to seeing, the white and what have you. The second print has a silver background where the white used to be. Henry's here. Hello from Montreal. A little snow here today. I bet there is. Jeffrey at Martin. ASM, okay, he answered that question. Great. Okay, Prince Zodiac. Was the background on that Moon Knight #1 purple? Mine is blue. I've seen variations of it, from some that look more blue to others that look more purple. So it depends. It depends on, I guess, I'm not sure if it's a printing thing or if it's a degradation of the color. I'm not sure. But that being said, if you think of Amazing Spider-Man 300, I've seen that particular issue in particular. I press so many of those books. I see some that are really beautifully rich, dark, lovely red, and other ones that look kind of more orange. Actually, I got a Rubik's Cube here. Check this out. I've seen some ASM 300s that look like this, and other ones that look more like the orange. Believe it or not, same book. Now, is that because the ink changed during the print run, or is it because of degradation, because of just the aging process? Is the ink, fading over time, or was the book left out and was it sun damaged? I don't know. And the same could be said for the Moon Knight #1. Oh, really? David says, Zodiac, there are 2 color variants. Well, there you go. There you go. What happened to the scheduled unboxing? I did an unboxing. I did one on, was it Sunday I did it? I did it on Sunday, but on Sunday I had to postpone it because of the snowstorm. And I have more boxes coming back, but they were held up at customs. See, here we go again, guys. I told you, it's not always fun and games with these boxes. There was a little, something happened with the boxes. They're fine, but they're just being held up right now. So I think I have 1 or 2 boxes on their way back, and another box was shipped out today. So keep your eye to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification button, guys, so you'll know when I'm uploading or when I go live. Because even if I don't give notice that I'm going live, like if I don't put, if I don't schedule it, like say 7 or 8 hours ahead of time, like I did today for this show, if you hit the notification button, as soon as I go live, you'll know. You'll get a notification via email, I think, from YouTube saying the Comic Doctor's gone live. And yeah, you can check things out with that. Jamie, I just learned yesterday of ASM 194 printing error. What kind of printing error are you talking about, Jamie? What error is there? Luke says Sweet Alitas on my list to get. See, that's great. There's definitely a desire to have these books. There's definitely collectors out there who want them. Not on my list of books to get, but you know what? Nonetheless, a very popular IP. And the movie was actually really quite good. I enjoyed that film, the Alita Battle Angel. Just didn't garner the attention its makers hoped it would, right? But a lot of competition. I believe that is the same Hulk 181. There's a rich red and a dull red. Yeah, I think you're right, Luke. I think I've seen that as well with the Hulk 181s. You see ones that are really a real brilliant red, others that have more of an orange tinge to them. Prince Zodiac says, right on. You're right on, man. David Ross, New Muse 87 has 2 color variants as well, red and orange. I think the red is rare. Yeah, you're right. I have seen that one as well in red and in orange. Henry, thought you had another one coming this week. Yeah, I had the box that's in customs right now. I think should have arrived on Monday. Yesterday, but didn't. So I'm still just waiting. It should be fine though. I didn't check to see if it's on. It'll probably be here tomorrow. I would think I think they released it today, so hopefully tomorrow, and then more books. And the next one that's coming, I believe, has I think. Don't hold me to this. I think has got again many orders. Does CGC reslab old label signature series books? Yes, they do. Big deal. If you are a big deal, yeah, big D1. Yes, if you have an old slab, yellow label signature series, and you want to have it reslab, they will do that. They will honor the grade so long as the slab's not damaged at all, and they will reslab it for you in their newer slab. Now that being said, they do have the right, and I've said this to you guys before. Every time you send a book back to CGC to have it reslabbed, they do have the right to regrade it. If they for whatever reason feel the book was overgraded, undergraded, whatever, they can regrade it. So keep that in mind. Now, does it happen do they regrade your books automatically? No. So that's why I said so long as the slab is in good shape. If your slab has got has been smashed, they may regrade the book. But if the slab is intact and when they receive it, they'll probably just leave it as is, take it out, put it in a new inner well, and then reslab the book. Hope that answers your question, Big Deal. I call you Big Deal. Is that okay? Or Big D1106? Nick Parker, I say go beardless, mainly because I'm a little biased because I can't grow one. LOL. How old are you, Nicholas? It took me a long time to get to this, and it's all white too. It's it really shows, and my hair, as you can see, is not white. It's pretty black. But I've always had a white beard. Always had a kind of a salt and pepper beard. But I like going to the barber. Do you guys go to the barber regularly? I like going to my barber, not for a haircut, but for this. To, groom it and shave it and under here and to shape it and make it all nice. And they put all those the hot towels on you and it's awesome. And all the different, they massage the beard. Oh, I love it. And so I called them on Saturday and they just did the COVID thing and they closed it all down. But I heard in Ontario, our fantastic premier is going to be opening up some things again in the next day or so. So I'm hoping the barbers will be back up and running again because I need my beard. I don't want to get rid of it yet. I don't usually have, if you go back and watch videos of me from the summer, I don't have this beard. I started growing this beard probably in October. Prince. Yeah, I have a New Mutants 87 orangish gold. Gold is a second printing. That's right. There's a second printing of 87. It is gold. Prince Zodiac also says, I wonder if that's the same or if I've never seen the orange on the New Mutants 87. No, the orange and the red I don't think there's a value difference between red and orange. When you get the what do you call it? When you get a red one or an orange one graded, CGC does not make a note that one is orange and one is red. You don't see that at all. So no. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's personal preference to me. Do you want the red or do you want the orange? Luke says, if you get a reholder, do they replace the inner sleeve as well? Never seen any indication if they do. I'm pretty sure they do. Luke, they take it out of the inner well because I think the old inner wells may not fit with the new slabs. So I think they would take it all apart and and again, that's where you have the potential for, and that's the reason why I'm not too keen on sending in books to be re-slabbed, because again, every single time you handle the book, whether you're mailing it to CGC or giving it to me to go to CGC, or when CGC gets it and they unslab it or deslab it or crack it out and take a knife and release it from the inner sleeve, there's always potential, always, not that it's a high risk of it, but there's always that potential of damage. That's what always scares me about it. And you've seen the videos and I've seen the videos of guys bringing back books that have been damaged when they're being re-slabbed, or even if they're being graded for the very first time, and it's very, very aggravating. So, yeah, that's the scary part. And Nicholas says, I'll be 47 this year. Nick, you can't grow a beard yet? That's okay. That's all right. Can you grow a goatee, a little mustache? Can you do that? Big D. Thank you, sir. Yes, it's Big D1106. Thank you. Henry says, get rid of the beard. Makes you look older. You can always change your mind and grow it back. Yeah, I do. I know. I will be shaving it off as the spring comes along. I never usually keep my beard longer than, April, May kind of goes. For the cold weather, I like to wear a beard. Gets me in the Christmas spirit. And I like it. I don't know. I like it. I do like having a beard. And I thought about dyeing it a little bit darker so it's not so white. Because you're right. It does make me look a lot older. And I do look. I mean, I don't have a wrinkly skin, so I don't look that old. I mean, really. When my beard is shaved off, my daughter goes, Dad, you look so much younger without your beard, so we'll see. Luke, I think red is early printings compared to dull red, which is later in the print run. Well, that kind of makes sense. Maybe the ink was kind of losing its excuse me, it's not, I would say it's pigment, but maybe it was losing its intensity as it was being printed, right? Which kind of makes sense. It starts off red, and as it gets printing, and as the print run keeps going on and on and on, that the intensity of the color is probably diminishing. So you get an orange rather than a red. And I think the same thing happened with the Amazing Spider-Man 300s. And I've seen some Amazing Spider-Man 300s that are just beautiful. I mean, so beautifully deep red. I love that book when it's, clean and in high grade. It's a really sharp looking book. Luke says, congrats. Sounds like the shop is on track. Yeah, I think so. I mean, is it overkill? Did I need to go to a bigger shop? I wanted to make it more comfortable for Charlo. And I also wanted to make it more comfortable for my clients that came in on Saturdays. And Luke, you're one of the guys that comes by once in a while. You know how small my other shop was. And when I had 3 or 4 guys in there, it got pretty crowded. Guys bumping into each other. It wasn't very comfortable. So it's costing me more money, obviously, to go over there. But it's a lot. I think it's a nice transition. And I'm going to try it for a year or so. And we'll see how it goes. My goal is to get the turnaround time reduced finally this year. And I got lots of goals to do this year. I mean, I talked about my raffle site, and that's still it's still going to happen. I just haven't had a chance to fart around with it. I need 1 full day to hack around with that raffle site, to test it out. But once that's done, I'll put a few books up there and see how that goes. But again, my primary goal is to get the pressing turnaround time reduced by half to what it is right now, so that the books are away from you not as long as they currently are. I know CGC's turnaround times have not changed much, if at all. In fact, it might be getting longer in some cases. So if I can reduce my turnaround time, that's great. And that's why I brought Charlo in. That's why I bring in the shop. And again, if I keep getting busier and busier, then maybe I'll bring a third person in too. I don't know yet. Just one thing at a time. But I'll look forward to having everybody come by the shop and seeing it once it's up and running. Nick Parker says, will re-slabbing add value to the older slabs because they become a little more rare? Even my goatee is a little sad. Well, some people think if you've got an old slab, like the old slab, like the original ones, the blue and even the original red slabs for the modern books, that you pay a premium for those books because they tend to be they were a little more critical. Now again, remember guys, in the box it's coming back next. There's a Star Wars #1 in that box, and that label was an old blue label, an old CGC blue label. Through the slab, I could see the spine look spotless. So I could only assume, and it was a 9-0, so I could only assume that there was problems on the face of the book, on the body of the book. When I took it out, sure enough, there was. Pressed it, beautiful. Sent it in, just got word it came back at 9.8. So that's what you're paying for when you see an old CGC slab. Not to say they're all going to turn out that way, but there's a good chance that without doing anything to the book, it'll go up a grade point or two. Right? And with some work from a presser like myself, you might even get even more of a bump, as with the Star Wars #1, which you'll be seeing very, very soon. Very excited to get that book back to show off to you guys. So yeah, some people will add a premium to the old labels. I have an old label, X-Men 101. Is a 7 or a 6.5 or a 7. And I'm dying to get that baby done. I bet it'll come back in 8.5 when I'm done with it. That's how confident I am that old label, they really graded it quite hard. So I've got a few of my own that I'm going to work with. Jeffrey, I like to keep a beard too, though I'm still salt and pepper. When it goes full salt, we'll see. Yeah, it looks pretty salty right now. Yeah, it looks pretty salt. But even when I was a young, in my 30s, I had quite a bit of white. Now it's it's all there. Luke, best of luck. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. Hey, no, Luke, I hope it does. And I want to thank everybody again for your patience. Again, I know I say it often. I really sincerely mean that. Thank you for your patience. I'm trying to get through as many books as I can here. And I've got books at the shop now that I'm working with Charlo on. We're working on them together. Again, he's not just, like I told you, I'm not just handing him books and away he goes solo. We're working together on that. So that's taking me even more time, right? Because now, if he goes and works on 20 books, I go and I sit there and we go through every single book. And oftentimes 60% have to be tweaked. So I'm doing that for a few hours a day. Then I come here and I work on a few books that I have going on my shop, my in-house shop, right? So busy. So, but I'm confident it's going to pay off. I think once he's going, and he's already starting to figure it out. He's seeing things and he's picking them up before. His own self-evaluation is, I don't know when to stop, Kev. I'm not sure when it's time to say enough's enough. And that is a problem. Like if you saw my Instagram photos yesterday that I posted of some books that were apparently pressed and cleaned, I worked on them last night and today, earlier this morning, and I'm pretty confident I'm gonna improve them even more. And they were already pressed, but the person who did the work, I don't know who that person is. I have no clue who it was. I was just told they were pressed and cleaned. But that person, he stopped too soon. He wasn't done yet, right? And this is what Charlo's concerned about. He's like, well, Kev, I want to make sure that I don't overdo it, and I also don't want to stop shy. I don't want to stop before I am done. And that comes with experience, right? You kind of figure, like today we were working on a book that wasn't worth very much, and it went in the press three or four times. And I think I put it in 3 or 4 times because it was also a learning thing for him. I wanted him to see some stuff. So would I put that book in a press that many times? Probably not. But for his sake, I did it. I want him to see what can be done. I probably wouldn't have pressed that book more than twice because the book wasn't worth it. I mean, the book, it was improved quite a bit, but there were still some flaws on it. But I knew that no matter what more I did to this book, the flaws that were in the book already were going to keep it from getting higher than, say, a 7.5 or an 8. It wouldn't get higher than that, no matter what more I did to it. So I stopped. You have to call it, right? And And that's what he's learning. And that's going to take a bit of time, but he'll figure that out. Luke, take care. Thanks for coming by. Thomas Grant, hey Kev, do you mail prize to the winners? Do we pick them up? Thomas, if you want to pick yours up, that'd be great. I can hold it for you. No, I haven't mailed anything out yet. That's another thing I got to do. I've got a lot of mailing to do this week too. Probably maybe tomorrow or on Thursday, I'll set aside a few hours and get some books in the mail. If you want me to mail it, happy to do it, Tom, like I said. But again, your name is on it, and I can keep it here for you, whatever you like. Big D, I have an old label FF45 white pager 7.5. The case is mint, but it opens a bit on the side of the case, and you can see the book was never pressed. And yeah, I would not send that back for a reslab, Big D. I'd have that probably, I haven't seen the book myself, but I would probably suggest having that book looked at by somebody and perhaps having it cracked, pressed, and cleaned, and then resubmitted. Because a 45, that could pop up to an 8.5, maybe a 9, who knows? And I think you'd rather have a 9 or an 8.5 than a 7.5, right? So certainly have someone look at that. Send me some pictures. Happy to look at it for you. Jeffrey says, yeah, that's the new employee productivity curve. A new employee represents an initial drop in productivity. Yeah, I'm experiencing that a little bit. But again, and hopefully, once he's very committed though, right? And that's the good thing. He really wants this to work as well. And like I said to you guys in the past, he himself has pressed his own books. He sends books under his own account to CGC, and he presses his own, and he's got some great results. But I see a variety of issues. Pardon the pun again. I see a variety of comics here, different kinds of comics with different kinds of problems, and maybe problems that he has never encountered. So that's where I'm training him on. And again, he's not going to be working on giant size X-Men 1s or Hulk 181s. He is not going to be working on those books. Those are books that I will be working on exclusively, maybe after a significant amount of time, perhaps, but no, those books will go through me exclusively. Thomas says, those books looked bad considering they were pressed. Yeah, I know it was bad. I have them in the press right now. I'm going to, after the stream, maybe tonight, I'm going to try it. I'm going to have a look at them tonight. I might leave them in the press overnight, actually, till tomorrow morning. But yeah, they were pretty bad. And right off the bat, I know that the 8-0, the giant size X-Men 1, what an improvement already. Before I even put it in the press, I did some spot pressing on it. I did every page, like I said I was going to do, and it made a world of difference. So yeah, it's again, what tools does the presser have in their arsenal? Not every book is the same. Every single book that I showed you today, they're all going to be pressed differently. And some might have problems that other ones don't have. So you have to address each book individually as they come. It's not one size fits all. And I think, unfortunately, especially for pressers who are overwhelmed, like myself, but I don't care if I'm overwhelmed. I've told you, if I'm overwhelmed, either wait or just take your books back and go somewhere else. I said that before, and I'll say that again. But I think that a lot of guys, and to me, this is what CCS does, right? I think CCS has the know-how. They know how to press books. Of course they do. But I think they're so overwhelmed with so many books that it's a one-size-fits-all situation. It's like they prep all the books, they throw the books in, they press the books are done. And that's it. We put it in the press for, an hour or 2 hours, it's now done. And they're not going to put it in a second time, and they're not going to put it in a third time. It's, like I said, are they humidifying the books? Probably not. I don't imagine they are. So I don't think the books are getting individualized treatment. And then that's another thing that you have to absolutely do when you're pressing comic books is you have to treat everybody's books individually. Take them one book at a time, and you can't treat them all the same because every book oftentimes, each book has a different problem, right? So anyways, guys, I think that's it for today. I've been going for only 35 minutes. That's all right. I want to get going. I got some work I want to get to today, but I want to say thanks for popping by. Hey, listen, like I said, another couple of boxes are on their way back, so hit that notification button as soon as the other box comes in. I'll be doing another video, of course. I think I'll be on Robert Meyer Burnett's show sometime this week to give out that Boba Fett #1. Again, I talked to him 2 days ago. I thought we might do it tonight, but I'm too tired I don't even want to go down that road. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. I don't know. Keep your eye on that. Go over to his channel. Subscribe there as well, too. The Burnett Work. It's a great channel. Great discussions over there. By all means, I recommend that. And even just have it on the back. He's on Spotify as well, too. You can listen to his conversation while you're driving your car if you want to. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for popping by. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you very soon. Again, hit that notification button. Hit the subscribe button, like button. Until next time, my friends, take care. Bye for now.